Hello. Oh, hey, it's me. Wow, I'm back. It really has been a while. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit because I'm kind of sick. And I also have allergies because I went to my friend's house and he has two really cute cats, which was, it was really nice seeing them. But I'm also allergic, so yeah, I'm losing my voice a little bit here. But yeah, I guess I'm now here to talk more about myself. Like I've been doing earlier. I've really been putting it off for quite a while. Oh wow, my voice is completely thrown out. But yeah, I guess this is just more of life in the times, but specifically about junior year, because it's wow, it really has been the spiritual death of me. I mean, just like physically, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, spiritually, metaphysically, just cooked on every single level. I cannot imagine a single field in which I am feeling fully like healthy and up and tip-top shape. And I mean, I guess this is just how things are going to be for the rest of my life. Like, I'm really not looking forward to that, to be honest. Like, I mean, when I was little, I used to always be like, oh wow, how come adults are so low energy and stuff? And like whenever, sometimes I'd ask my parents if they wanted to play or something, or if I'm with like my grandparents, even like a card game or something like that, they'd be like, no, it's okay, I'm sort of tired. Or like sometimes I'd see my parents just like sitting around, reading, like I don't know, or like just talking or something, like just hanging out, I guess, with each other. And I just could not understand why they wanted to do that. Like, that's so boring. Or like if we were gonna go to the park or outside for something, they were just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take a break for a little while. Like, I can't understand why they wanted to do that. Now I can finally realize, like, oh, it's because they have jobs and they're working, so they're physically spent, but also like emotionally tired too, just like psychologically. That's how I feel. And I'm only like 17. Yeah, these past couple of weeks are probably going to be the hardest weeks of my entire like academic life. I mean, I have 5 APs, 2 tests, 2 papers, and an SAT in the span of like 3 weeks, which, I mean, is actually not that bad. I think there's been single week stretches that's been more intense, but I just took the bio AP like yesterday, actually. It feels like 2 days ago now. And honestly, now that I'm done with it, like I'm like so much more relaxed. Like, I'm not even worried about the rest of my APs now, which is really surprising, because like just 2 days ago I was so stressed out about them, and now it's like, it really wasn't that bad. Looking back in hindsight, like, yeah, it really wasn't that bad. And I mean, a big problem for me this entire school year has been just trying to motivate myself to do the work. Like, I think if I really locked in, like, I'd be doing so much better. And bro, I always procrastinate for like hours, literally hours every day, which is so bad. And then I have friends who are able to just get down to business and do it, but I just can't do that. And I feel like, I don't know why, I'm just like physically incapable of doing that. I think I'm like pretty productive when I am able to lock in. So I guess, I don't know, is it a trade-off? I don't know. But I feel like that's more just like, like a do or die. Like, I have to at that point. Yeah, man, it's kind of weird being on the tail end of junior year now. It was a totally strange experience being an upperclassman in high school for the first time. It felt really weird just walking around in the halls and not having like that many people older than you. But like, at the same time, it feels really bittersweet, actually. I mean, starting from the summer before this year, there were people who I knew who went off to college, and shout out, I don't know if I actually should shout them out. Yeah, they might not want me to say their names here, even though some of them probably don't even know this channel exists. So yeah, I'm just not gonna shout them out, but I think you know who you are. So yeah, shout out, guys. And now, like, even more of the seniors I know are gonna graduate, and some of them, like, I've seen in the halls and stuff, and I've been in classes with and stuff, and they're like genuinely really cool people and interesting people that I wish I talked to more, but like, I just kind of can't, because I'm a Minecraft YouTuber, okay? Like, socializing is not my strongest suit. This is why I talk to myself, because I don't talk to other people. That's why I started a YouTube channel in like 5th grade. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's something for me to change. Be the change you want to see and stuff. But I don't know. I just kind of struggle. The conversations are really dry, and I think it's kind of my fault because it's like they try really hard to say something sometimes. Because I feel like it's mutual. This is sounding weird, but sometimes like I'm talking to somebody and I kind of want to be friends with them and they kind of want to be friends with me, but it's kind of awkward after. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm so high energy today because I slept 10 hours last night. I took my bio AP and I basically had nothing to do. So I like hung out with my friends at his house with his cats, got really allergic. And I came home. I didn't really have homework. I have AP lit today, or tomorrow, sorry. But I'm not super stressed out about it. So yeah, I slept like 10 hours last night, which was insane. The funny thing is I still feel tired and like I still fell asleep in poetry class, which is really bad. I took poetry. Okay, it's kind of a long story. Romance, love, passion, whatever involved. Yeah, that might be another commentary, whatever. But basically I wanted to like get a better grasp, but we have not talked a lot about actual poetry and stuff. We've been reading some poetry, but I still don't feel like I get it. I was really hoping it just click, but not a lot of things are like that outside of pure academics though. Obviously now college is something I have to actively worry about instead of just being passively in the back of my mind. Just now I was thinking about like, recommendation letters and stuff, because apparently you're supposed to be asking for those like in junior spring. What? Okay. I don't know why they need like 4 months to write me a rec letter, but and I feel kind of bad because it feels like I'm just using these teachers, even though they're really smart people. I feel sort of almost insufficient being in some of the classes because like the people there are so smart and the teachers are so smart, and I feel really bad because the classes are pretty advanced that I'm in right now. It's just kind of a humble brag, but I'm not the advanced one in those classes, and I feel kind of bad asking my teacher about it because I don't participate a lot in the classes that I'm thinking of asking teachers or recommendation stuff in, but that's because like I don't feel as smart as a lot of the other people. I don't know, maybe when the seniors get the week or get the school year off starting next Friday, I can talk a little more. Yeah, but I still feel kind of bad, yeah. And outside of that whole sphere of scholarly pursuits, I've also done some more debate this year. Debate's a pretty big part of my life now, I guess. And it feels weird because it just occurred to me the other day that this, and I guess next year too, but not as much because, senioritis and stuff. They're going to be the last couple months, I guess, that I really have time to do like extracurricular organized activities like this, like debate and stuff. Like once you enter college, you're supposed to be in the real world, and things like that. So you won't have time to do like a sport for fun or any of stuff and all that because like you're supposed to be on the grind, your young 20s, stuff like that, which kind of made me sad a little bit. Yeah. I don't know, because I feel so grown up, but like at the same time I kind of wish I wasn't. Yeah, I feel like I've been sold this entire vision of high school or my teenage years and even the world that doesn't really exist anymore. I grew up on, I guess, some slightly older media because my parents, they would always love getting like stuff from the early 2000s, mid 2000s, I guess, like movies and things like that for some reason. I don't know why. So I feel like maybe it's that. I don't know. So the culture's changed a lot, but I feel like I thought the moment I turned 13 that it would be inevitable that I'd start wearing t-shirts with skulls and crossbones on it and start skateboarding and get like a punk hairstyle or something, be super emo all the time. What happened to emo people? I feel like they were a big thing like 10 years ago, but not really anymore. Now it's like I don't know. You have like, I don't even know what a stereotypical emo person. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I feel like I guess my high school experience is also sort of unorthodox because I go to an all boys school, so I don't have a lot of opportunities for romance and things like that. No, I don't quite swing that way towards gentlemen. Even if I did, I'm not sure I'd get very far looking the way I do. So it's kind of weird because I feel like I'm looking in on something that doesn't really exist. Maybe it never did. I don't know. Whoa. It also hit me the other day that while I was on the internet, that like a lot of the people who are using the internet are now younger than me instead of being older than me. Like I started using the internet maybe when I was like 7, and I mean, I didn't use it a lot when I was 7. Like, I'm glad my parents restricted my YouTube usage and things like that so I don't become chronically online. Well, wasn't. But I felt weird because I would be watching like videos and stuff, and some of them would be really old, and I'd be seeing people in those videos like 16 years ago on YouTube, and the people, it'd be like a day in the life of a high school, or just two people messing around on YouTube, and they'd talk about how they were like sophomores or just entered high school or something like that, and be like, whoa, I'm older than those people now. That's so weird. Like, I'm obviously not the oldest person on the internet, but it feels weird being older than other people, because I've always felt like the world was made and used by people. The world as a whole was made and used by people just slightly older than me, or a lot older than me, like grown-ups, or like those teenagers. But now, like, I'm there, and it's interesting because now I'm also in the bracket of consumers that advertisers spend the most money advertising to. So that's really interesting. I am one of the people that the world is meant to be sold to now, which is weird. Yeah. And I mean, it's also weird thinking that like a lot of people my age drive. I live in the city, so I don't really drive. My family doesn't even have a car. We don't really need one, so that also felt like always something that was kind of grown up, old. I have a senior spring bucket list, and learning to drive, getting a permit is on that list, but just for now still seems so out of reach. It's like when I started like biking to school in a couple of years ago, it felt so old and grown up. Like you feel so much freedom biking to school instead of like taking like the school bus or whatever. Another thing that I feel like it's kind of sad is like, I mean, friendships, like the whole dynamic has totally changed. I mean, obviously it's not going to stay the same, but I feel like I've had a sort of group of friends since like maybe 8th, 9th grade ish, sort of changed around high school a little bit, but since about 9th grade, yeah. But I feel like in the past couple of years we've been together, like the whole dynamic has really changed a lot, and I mean, not necessarily for the better or worse, but I just feel like they're totally different people now. I'm a totally different person now, and it feels really strange because now I'm wondering, like, in 10 years, like, are we still gonna be friends? I don't know, And now I've started, like, projecting everything onto college. Like, oh yeah, college is when I'll sort my life out, make my friends for the rest of my life, get my job, everything in order. Even though, I deep down, I feel like I know that's not really the case. Another thing I feel like I've sort of realized this year is that it is really true that there will always be somebody better than you at something. Like everything I used to sort of pride myself on, there are people who are better than me at. Like, I'm not going to be the smartest or the fastest or the strongest. Well, I always knew I wasn't going to be any of those. Yeah, I mean, it's like, then like, what am I going to do? Who am I? Like, what even makes me different? And it's just like, you're a different person, I guess. And that's something that's kind of sad, but it's also something that you've also just got to live with, I guess, because I mean, nobody has the same set of quality. Okay, I'm saying this out loud, and now that I say it out loud, I realize I sound like like everybody else who says it. Keep your chin up, kid. There's nobody more you than the you that you are. You're special. Everybody's special in their own way. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's true. And I just realized that this year. It's kind of sad, but it's also just true. So yeah, I don't really know. I also feel like politics is also just sad, but it's true. Like, it's here. I mean, I feel like, judging from the stuff I've said in my videos, I hope you can't tell a lot about me politically. Like, originally the idea on my other channel that I ran for like 6 years was that nobody could tell anything about me. So I'd just be like I'd be like Spider-Man. Like, anyone could wear the mask. Like, you wouldn't know my gender. Well, I probably from my voice you could tell, but you wouldn't know my gender, race, height, age, what I looked like, where I went to school, where I lived. Hopefully you still don't know where I live and where I went to school, because otherwise that'd be creepy. But yeah, I feel like this year, like, I don't really care about that stuff anymore. Like, I think I'm saying like so much, but I don't care what people think that about me, you know, especially like people who I don't care a lot. Okay, that sounds pretty bad, but it's like, you know, if I don't value your opinion on other things, or if I don't think that you're particularly insightful and stuff, or that you've shown much like intention or I guess intellect, whatever, in deciphering people, like why would I value or even perceive myself through my idealized version of your eyes? You know what I mean? Like it's like when other people, I feel like, are judging me, it's not that they're not actually judging me most of the time. Sometimes they are, you know, but a lot of people my age, for example, like I think I get in my own head and I judge myself through the eyes of other people. It's yeah, you know, oh wow, Minecraft YouTuber, socially awkward. Is yeah, obviously I can say that. It's not like cool to be socially awkward, okay? I feel like I picked that up a couple of years ago when I thought it was super cool and relatable to be socially inadequate and stuff. But it's really not. It's really not. Like people pick up self irony and like choosing not to try super hard because the alternative is trying and then maybe not doing it. But like, you know, so you shield yourself and like, haha, I'm not actually even trying. But like, you know, that's like the reason we like revere people or like admire people is because they try and they're able to do things. Like nobody admires people who just don't try, you know. Like I can't think of I mean, I'm sure there are people who do, but I think the vast majority of people are respected and stuff because they are able to do something really well, and that they try for things. Yeah, that got kind of deep for a moment there. But that's just about what I had on my mind. Thoughts I've been sitting in, and stuff I don't really have other people to talk to about, so I talk to myself using the microphone and this computer as a medium to redirect my thoughts back to myself. It's like a mirror, I guess. I'm talking to a mirror, but like through audio. Yeah, and it's also recorded, so I can look back and see my reflection like 10 years from now. I wonder how I'll feel. Yeah, and so, you know, have a nice night, morning, evening, afternoon, anytime you see this, and that's pretty much all I had to say. Goodbye.